and I could get some drone footage of where the ocean is along the shoreline and that. Some beautiful scenery, and maybe even stop in and check out what's left of that plane crash out around what they call the Cape Boot. And as for the road out here, some beautiful scenery along the way. I got the GoPro attached to the side of the tracker there, so I'll add in some footage of that too. And see what it's like. Called Hidden Falls. It's in Sheaves Cove on the Port-au-Port Peninsula here. It's actually really nice waterfalls there, and that's what I went in to record, but everything's dried up. I guess that's why we got a fire ban on right now. So I just flew the drone around there a little bit to show you what it looks like, and a bit of GoPro footage. Too bad about the waterfall, but I mean, that's all you can do, right? So onward we go towards the Cape. Okay, so we just made it out to the end of the Cape. They call it the boot of the Cape, and it is extremely windy out here today. I'm not sure about putting the drone up. I'll see if I can get a bit of footage, but it won't be as much as I was planning to get. I would say it's about 40 to 50 kilometer an hour winds here right now. I mean, it almost blew the hat off my head, so not the best, but it is some beautiful scenery out here. I'll get what I can with my phone and the GoPro, and I'll probably risk putting the drone up for a few minutes, but it won't be for very long. So we'll get some footage here, and then I guess we'll head up to that plane crash, which is about, I'd say, 10 kilometers from here. It's where the Cape joins to the mainland to join the two places together, and it's about halfway in between the two places. So it's a little bit of a hike, probably a 10-minute hike, so that'll be next on the list. Okay, so that didn't work quite as I wanted to for the drone. It was just all over the place. I mean, I got a bit of drone footage there, but not much. I did what I could, but like I said, with the strong winds, that's too expensive of a toy to risk losing out in the ocean somewhere. Is known for seeing whales around here. I haven't seen any, so I'm gonna head on to the plane crash site there now. And I know there's not much left to the plane there, but there's a little read-up plaque on it there, and I'll record that for anybody who wants to check out information on it. Also, for anybody wondering if you're out in this area, where I'm to right now, the GoPro caught it on the way in. There was campers and people camping in spots of the woods around here. It is free camping here, so it's definitely a nice place to come and spend the night or two. Check out the scenery and all that, you know. I recommend trying to get a calm day, but that's hard to find when you're right on the ocean, of course. But yeah, definitely a nice spot to stay. Okay, so I just got to the parking lot for where the plane crash is here. There's a bit of information on it over here, so instead of reading it all out, I'm kind of lazy. I'll just record it in case anybody wants to pause the video to watch it. So, here it is. Now, I have been in here years ago. I'm guessing probably 5 years ago, and from what I remember, it's not that far of a hike. I parked the tracker over there, and yeah, I think it's only like probably a 10-minute hike, so not a big detour. It's worth it since I'm in the area. So it's a pretty good trail here. A lot of rocks in it, but you can wear sneakers or whatever. So, like I say, if you're in the area, stop in, check it out. Okay, so I made it. As I said, there's not a lot left of the plane wreck. I don't know if they had it hauled out of here or buried it or whatever, but there's still a couple of pieces left here anyway to see. I recognize the cylinder heads, the cylinders for the pistons. I'm guessing that's part of the landing gear there, maybe. And that's part of one of the engines. I would imagine it was a rotary engine. And little bits of steel here and there. Yeah, I wish I knew more on it, like what happened to the rest of the plane. I would imagine I got hauled out for scrap. Okay, so that was the plane wreck. There, like I said, there wasn't much left to it, but still hiked in there anyway. And from here now, we're going to go over to the mainland, because this is just one big loop on the Port-au-Port Peninsula. And we're going to head our way back home. So, going to get some GoPro footage of the roads. Anything I see of interest, I'll add to the video. And, yeah, maybe stop and get a snack along the way somewhere. Okay, so I'm about, I'm guessing 3 kilometers from mainland. There's a little roadside turnout here. And I see some Inuksuks up on the side of the mountain. Well, rock ledge here, I guess you would call it. So, it seems a little bit calmer here. So I'm going to try to put the drone up and see if I can get any nice drone footage up there. Here goes nothing. It's snack time. Alright, so you ever looking for a good strawberry shortcake blizzard? Lord Superette here on the west coast, Port Peninsula, is the best. I mean, I've been all over Canada trying these things and no one compares to theirs. All homemade, you can't beat it. Okay, so I just made it back home, and it was a pretty good trip, I gotta say. Lots of nice scenery out that way. If you're ever around the area, you might want to do the drive around the Cape Loop. Beautiful spot. And I'll just show you on my maps here now where it is. Okay, so might be hard to see with the reflection from my phone here, but here's where I am now. And the Cape Loop goes all the ways around here, up, and then comes back around this way. Blue Beach, well, that's a beautiful spot too. I never really been there, but I've seen pictures, and that will be a future video for sure. And Shoal Point is right here where I did the last video. Trying to get the west coast of Newfoundland covered as much as I can with some nice scenery and all that. And that takes care of the Cape Loop now. Might go out that way again if I get a calmer day so I get better drone footage and everything, hopefully. Can't make no promises, but see what happens. But there's where I am on Newfoundland, right down in that corner, right there. I'm not sure where the next journey is going to be to yet. I was hoping to go to Tabletop Mountain sooner than later, out by Port aux Basques, because it's supposed to be beautiful views up there. Nice little rugged trail. But I ran into a little issue with the tracker. The front diff is not airing up for locking the four-wheel drive. And there's a good chance the diaphragm inside the front diff is broken. It's very common on these trackers. And I'm after changing 3 between this one and the tracker, and it just, you know, they don't last, right? It's just a terrible design. So eventually I do plan on locking the front diffs permanently, whether it be welding up or buy a cone. There's a place in the States that makes up a cone that you put in that keeps it locked in all the time. Either or I'll do, I'm not sure yet, and then put locking hubs on so I could unlock it from four-wheel drive manually. That's the plan for both of them anyway. The tracker don't really matter about locking hubs because it's going to be in four-wheel drive all the time anyway. So with that being said, I'm not sure where the next video will be, but hopefully it'll be one coming up soon. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please feel free to comment. Interested in any of this stuff, give me a shout. Maybe we can meet up sometime and go on a journey. So till the next one.